Hello everybody, this is Joel, aka Bourbon Dingo, and welcome to episode 39 of my second series on Let's Play Crusader Kings 2. I apologize for the lack of frequency on the updates, but I've got some midterms going on at school, so it's going to be relatively infrequent that I post some new episodes during the next couple weeks, but we should be finishing up here before too long. I'm not exactly certain how long this goes, but we're not too far away from the end. During the last episode, we had just decided to betray our word and went up against England once again. And what had actually occurred because of that was we took that away from them, and the second we took that away from them, we gained the ability to create the Welsh Empire, which we did. Alright, we had an area up here. Revolt. Oh, it's the British Army. During my visits. Alright. Since we're keeping our Chancellor from trying to make any more claims, just since of how useless it really kind of is to do that, we're having him just improve some opinion of us. And I think we just made the King of England. Oh, he still hates us. Oh well. We're trying to make better with him. Alright, we have finally passed High Crown Authority. Which means that no titles can now be inherited outside of our kingdom. So, the issue up here where you saw, like I have a barony over here that belongs to the Kingdom of England. This won't happen anymore. Alright, we won that battle, so let's go ahead and disband them. And as I said, our next goal here, majority of population has been changed to the Catholic faith in Bledon. Let's pause real fast, take a look. Ah, yes, that's right. So let's go ahead and we can't move him until, well, apparently until our king dies. Or, sorry, well, he was called King Neil II, even though he is currently an emperor. But now it is Emperor Bangor I of the Welsh Empire. We're going to go ahead and hit OK on that. I'm going to bring this up, but we're going to pause real fast to make sure I don't have too many areas. I also need to appoint a new Chancellor. And now we're going to go back, and what I'm actually going to do here, actually, right before we do that, let's go ahead and make sure I've set him in there. We're going to start attempting to make these claims against Norway. And I think that's my first goal, no matter what, is make these claims against Norway. Oh, no. My first goal was to finish pushing England off of this area. And that's what we'll be doing. The Dowager Empress, so my mother passed away almost immediately after my father did. April, so quite a bit of time, actually. And we just had a vassal, one of our sons, leave our court. Let's go ahead and pause real fast because I have some other things now up here to take care of. That was our spy master leaving, so let's go ahead and appoint someone else. We're going to send him back into Normandy to keep getting some claims for us. And one of my princesses needs an educator. Alright, we have Duchess Isabel of Munster down here, who may revolt. We also have quite a bit of our areas that we can claim, though I'm going to hold off on pressing those just yet. And problems with unlanded sons, though I'm not too worried about that. Go ahead and clear these out real fast. We keep watching for the Kingdom of England to fall out of war. Alright. We just lost a battle. Why did we just lose a battle? It appears that Count Hector down here, it was at war, and that's currently we're at the Holy War for Cordoba. So let's go ahead and pull up some armies in this area, see if I can't give them some aid. That's everybody, though. I don't think there's any other options here for more soldiers. Alright, that should get us to enough soldiers to be able to take care of... just had one of my vassals declare war, and that would be right here. What I'm going to try to do is we're going to try to see if I can't put down this war solely with my own troops. Though my own troops are very tiny. Oh. Because I keep forgetting it doesn't quite work that way. Get them all up there around the same amount of time. I should be able to escape before he finishes his march into this area. We'll take care of this. Alright, my daughter was trying to torture. We're going to try to teach her to be kind. And it did work. Another daughter has become proud. Let's go ahead and pop back down here real fast. As you can see, we're allied with Mercia here. They sent a large troop in to start fighting. In fact, I'm going to disband the armies I've collected, and I'll let them do whatever fighting they need to do. Because I want to focus on this combat that's taking place up here. Basically, the goal is get everybody into Argyle. And then I'll attempt to take care of the soldiers that are running around a little bit. Let's pause real fast, see if I want to pull in anybody here. The only person is Duke Hubert of Normandy, and he doesn't really like us that much. Let's take a look at our factions. We've got a couple of factions forming, though the percentages isn't very high across the board. And almost all of them seem to be started by Duke Cade of Toledo here. Everybody has a negative opinion of me. There's nothing I can really do about that. We do have one person here who it's the Baron of Haverford, may be targeted for a plot. Or may just spend some money and get rid of him. 30% chance with a 1 in 2 chance of getting caught. I might have to hold off on that. Right, once all these guys get together, we'll go ahead and send them around to start clearing out some of these armies. Alright, and they've lost a few troops due to disease. Alright, we're getting some notifications of, I believe, some fighting going on down here. Not too worried about it, to be honest. The percentages are already fairly high. I may go ahead and request his... I can't. I wasn't the initiator of the combat, so it isn't me doing it. Alright, taking a quick look, we have 11% on them currently, and that's for the combat that we just won there. I'm going to keep 1,500 in reserve until we finish with some of these issues. I am currently at war with Norway, which I don't really understand that. Why am I currently at war with Norway? Why has it popped up as a place I'm in combat with? Let's see. He is not allied to Coleman. In fact, he's not allied over here either. Why am I at war with Norway? Or why is it showing that I'm at war with Norway whenever I'm not? Is this it? Yes. The Duchy of Mercia controls one little area up here in Tyrconnell. Right, let's find our daughter someone. Possibly we can get a good alliance. Maybe even with the Mongols. I'll go ahead and send that off. See if we can get an alliance with the Mongols. That would work for me. We'll see if they take that. If they don't, then we'll find her someone else. And they accepted. Alright, we won the Cordoban Holy War. Let's go ahead and see what happened down there. It appears that all we did was take La Mancha. Which I don't have a problem with. They're expanding fairly well. Right. The goal is to take a look over here. We do almost have a 10-to-1 ratio. And in fact, I can have a 10-to-1 ratio if I just bring in some troops here from Gowrie. Taking a look, he doesn't really like us that much. So what I'm going to try to do is make him like us. Let's go ahead and grant him an honorary title, possibly of Seneschal. Alright, we have a 10-to-1 ratio currently, so I'm going to go ahead and press the assault here. Alright, we jumped up to 27% with that fight. Let's go ahead and keep pressing throughout here. Alright, pause real fast because now we have been given a terms of surrender. Alright, and that is good for us. Whenever he had left us, he had actually left us to have it pressed. Which works for me. Okay, he's currently imprisoned. We're going to go ahead and just leave him in prison because he has these large amounts of claims. My son is relatively decent. He'll take over. Let's go ahead and get started once again here. Take a look at my factions. Right after we get rid of this. I forgot to do that. Some factions I have floating around. 13%. We have an 18% here. And that's going to be one of the higher percentages. The Duchess Isabel down here is likely one of my bigger problems. We're going to give her some money and also award her the title of Keeper of the Swans. Alright, and we can also hold a grand tournament. And last time I held a grand tournament, I got maimed. But we're going to go ahead and take that chance once more. Because this makes everybody like us a little bit more. And if I can attempt to just get them cleared out of hatred for me, I'd be very appreciative of it. Alright, swinging out real fast. Figure we'll actually forego the Norway decision. And I'm going to start collecting some claims here in England again. If I get up to about 4 claims, I'll go ahead and press it. We have begun the tournament. I'm going to take a quick gander here real fast. They're still at war with the Hamidid Emirate. What we're going to do is we are going to usurp England, actually, here before too long. But this has been a long-running war for them, so I'm just going to wait for it to finish. Right, popping out real fast. The Golden Horde is pressing into the Byzantine Empire. However, the Ilkhanate is doing the exact same thing with the Golden Horde. Okay, first place goes to Brockfeld Langolin. We got another guy who got second place here. Alright, my daughter is kind, and that's good. And then another person that I'm not real sure who is. It took third. Alright, we did have someone killed who was a guest, and that's most unfortunate. My daughter is becoming cynical, and now I'm cynical as well. So I don't have a problem with her becoming cynical. Alright, we also had another person get wounded during combat. And the tournament is over, and we have a whole bunch of people that like us just a little bit more. And that's relatively important for us. Okay, Ruth. Troubadour and his wife, the Troberits, have arrived from Occitania. Their performances range from vulgar satires. We're going to say, we hope they know Falconlead, possibly. Actually, I think I'm going to say, possibly, let's see, I already have charitable. I hope they know Falconlead. Alright, majority of population has been converted to the Catholic faith in Grenada. So taking a look, we can see that the Catholic faith is starting to retake the Iberian Peninsula. What is also still interesting, however, is just how large the Orthodox faith has gotten. Sunni and Shia is tiny, tiny, tiny amount right now. I'm currently trying to convert Teviotdale from, I believe that's Waldensian. Yeah, Waldensian to back to Catholic. Alright, taking a look at our claims real fast. We can actually press a single claim on England if we really like. And what that would actually do for us is if we wanted to press against England, it would set someone as being one of our vassals under us as part of England. And that's always an idea. Let's go ahead and take a look and see if I can upgrade some of my holdings. Go ahead and build up to a great stable. Alright, we've been increasing some of our technological prowess, which is good. Right, swinging back out, we can see that most of the Sunni religions are no longer powerhouses. Islam has been pretty much demolished at this point. That's really interesting. The Golden Horde is snatching up areas, and as fast as they're snatching it up, the Ilkhanate is taking it from them. Alright, we have converted everyone in Teviotdale, which is good. Let's go ahead and pause. I'm going to swing back into here and start working some more against the Sunni religion. We have a bit of a Lollard heresy that's popped up here in our territory as well, so I need to pay attention to that. It appears that England is probably never going to get out of war at this point. which is... Okay, we have a peasant revolt that we can go take care of. There appears to be a couple peasant revolts. So let's pull some people up and send them in. Over here, I'm just going to grab a couple of my troops and combine them, send them in over here. After I get them together and send them up here, I'm going to go ahead and combine them and take me out of leading. And that'll take care of those. Coming down here, probably have enough just to pull up a few areas. And send them into there to take care of that. Like I said, our current goal, actually, since I can usurp this area, I should just keep working, as I said, on the taking these areas away from Norway. Alright, there was a peace offer, and as you can see, our own troops, or our own vassals, are collecting huge amounts of land for us, even without. We now control a complete swath from the southern Iberian Peninsula all the way up to the coast of the northern. It would likely be fairly easy for us to take the whole thing if Genoa wasn't here. Genoa probably has a ton of money currently. If we take a look real fast, you can see that the money that they're holding on to actually isn't that much. Surprisingly, I thought it would end up being a bit higher. Possibly that's been taken care of in the recent patch that occurred. Alright, we have a betrothal where we're going to go ahead and marry one of our daughters off to the Ocanet. And there's honestly little reason to not do this. As anyone can see, they are a massive powerhouse. We had a peasant revolt and cannot swing down and pull up whoever I can. Oh, I didn't even think of that. We had just taken this from him. Let's go ahead and pull the Duchy of the Isles away from him. I can't really pull too much else away from him currently at this point. Let's find someone else in here. I'll just hand it off here. Alright. Our daughter was married, so she's no longer the guardian for one of our other daughters. Let's go ahead and set someone to educate them. I'm just going to look for somebody that dislikes me. In fact, if he wants to, he can. He doesn't dislike me, but I'll take it. They appear to be at war with everyone now. So, sooner or later, this might be over. Not entirely certain it'll end anytime soon, to be honest. Alright, we're going to keep taking a look and doing some building if I can. Upgrade our walls. There we go. As I said, one of our current goals simply is to just start collecting some claims from Norway and try to take this area up here. Alright, there has been a plot to fabricate a claim on Andalusia. Duke Maldir. Let's see if he's actually a leader of a lot of our plots. He's a leader of one plot, and not one of the powerful plots. I can go ahead and pay him off. Nope, he was one that I already increased. Alright. He's not even a leader of one of our powerful plots, so I believe I'm just going to ask him to end his plot. Alright. And he agreed. Dialing back, we can see that the Byzantine Empire tried pressing up some land from Hungary here. And actually took some area from Ruthenia as well. But I'm not sure how well the Golden Horde is going to do. Still haven't gotten... I don't believe we've gotten any notification that they've settled. Right. Look, we haven't gained any new claims. Alright, my daughter was lying to me, and we can say that we're impressed and make her deceitful, or we can talk to her about honesty, and I'm going to talk to her about honesty. Okay, and she's become honest, which gives her a much higher diplomacy. And we've ferreted out the Lollard heresy here. Okay, we have a duke here who wants us to help him deal with a claim. We're going to grant him a claim on his perpetrator's titles. Okay, we've stolen some technology, which is good. For us, anyway. Ah, okay. And finally, the Golden Horde has embraced the Orthodox faith, which is very good for them because the Okanit was actually collecting all of these claims from the Golden Horde because they were declaring holy war. And I think that's going to keep the Golden Horde exceptionally powerful. In all honesty, I don't believe that we could fight them currently. There's very few areas that we couldn't at least attempt a bit of a protection against, but they are relatively powerful, and the Okanit are probably massive. We'll take a look real fast here, just for some comparison. They can put out 263,000 troops. 263,000. Whereas we, I believe, may have 100,000. Maybe have 100,000. No, we have 60,000. I thought we had 100,000. I'm not sure how I thought we had that, but we only have 60,000. Alright, we have Duke Cinner of Gloucester here, who is trying to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Northumberland. I don't currently have the Duchy of Northumberland. We're just going to ask him to stop it. Alright, take a quick glance at England. A courtier who was married to one of my sisters just had a child. England is very much losing almost all of its wars. Taking a quick glance here. It's only telling me the percentages here. I'm not sure why. And then 45% in his favor. So sooner or later, they may go ahead and give up this war because they are losing this one by 100%. I'm not sure what's actually influencing them holding on to that war for as long as they are. But they are. So we'll go ahead and attempt to wait that out as best we can. Let's go see if I can't upgrade some more of my holdings. We had another daughter come of age. Before we get too far in, let me go ahead and make sure I don't have anything else I want to build up. Go ahead and build up to a large barracks there. The other daughter that came of age is got a decent learning skill, but she's not exceptional in anything else. Let's go ahead and find another alliance I can press if possible. We have a duke in Norway who I'm going to try and not... Let's hand him off to the Count of Nordgau here. Alright, we had another revolt. As you can see, we have a few areas where England actually still controls holdings, especially in York, where we only control one area in York. The rest of them are English. Alright, go ahead and disband them. Take a look real fast, and they're still holding on as tightly as possible here for that claim on Aragon, which they will not seem to give up. Alright. One of my daughters is very patient, and we're not going to abide recklessness. We have one unlanded son who is not going to be getting out. I find it interesting that even at a genius, they have a super low diplomacy, but I believe that's from this. So he would have even only had a 12. Still relatively low. Okay, we have some walls and stuff finishing up. Okay, we have the Duke of Somerset, who's attempting to fabricate a claim on the County of Winchester, and I don't believe I hold the County of Winchester. Taking a quick look here at your duchies, it would appear that I've got control of the County of Winchester and have not given it to the Duke of Somerset here. So let's go ahead and attempt to see if I can't just transfer him the vassalage of the Duchy, the Count of Winchester here. Alright, we've lost our Chancellor, so I'm going to go ahead and appoint a new one. And we'll send him once again to try to get some area going there. Alright. Got a couple years left on her education, so we're just going to pick that up ourselves and keep upgrading our holdings. in that plot. Alright, take a quick look. I don't think that was the area we had sent our chaplain. No, it wasn't. But it does work for us, so let's go ahead and leave him there for now. Alright. And it really appears that they're just never going to finish this war. I may attempt to just aid them, honestly. But we'll leave that for the next episode. As it stands, I'm running up against my time, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. And like I said, for the next couple of weeks, we have finals. So I'm going to be updating rather sporadically. So I'm going to let the clock run up here until the first of the year. We've stolen some more technology. Till the first of the year, and we're going to call it quits at that point. See, Denmark has gotten rather large. And the Golden Horde is expanding massively, and they took a large portion. Alright, we've gained our first claim here, so I'm going to take this claim on the county of Tyrconnell. Pause real fast and move them up into, I think that's Orkney. Oh no. Alright guys, if you're seeing this, you know what's happened. So, for the next episode, we'll be starting at the autosave at the beginning of the year. I apologize for that, but it's been happening recently. Alright guys, I'm going to let you go. And I will see you during the very next episode. Thanks for watching.